Welcome again to the Melancholic Astrologer. Welcome to my channel, the Melancholic Astrologer.
Astrology Grammar. Lesson 1.
Hello. So, these days I've been thinking a lot. As a melancholic, I have to get to every detail of my issue. So, I took a little bit time away, but I'm still here, like always. And I would like to introduce you to Astrology Grammar. But basically, it's my way of thinking of astrology and my way to teach you astrology, as I will manage to do it, because I will never be able to teach you everything. All right? And in these days that I was a little bit out of the world, let's say, but I was still in the world, of course. I heard other astrologers' talks, sometimes here and there. And sometimes they're really amazing. But other times, I don't know, but it's something weird that I like to wonder every time, like, why? Example, I don't want to actually criticize anybody personally, but when like the ancients refer to men, they refer to men in general, to the humanity, and because in their times it was really rare, in their culture especially, for women to study. And maybe those astrologers, they just like they forgot it or something. Actually, not in every culture was the same, but in those specific culture that they usually mention, yeah, it was basically like that. So I don't understand how this can be pictured out like, oh, for example, this great divine astrologer, for example, like Hermes Trismegistus, taught only to men. Well, long discussion about that, because in their times they would have been ever recorded that somebody like Hermes Trismegistus, that in some subculture was considered not even a demigod but a god, was teaching to women. Seriously, that's impossible. And by the way, that even it is said that they refer always to male, but actually Hermes, if we refer to the god Hermes, for example, is not really either male or female. It just stays in the between. Anyway, let's go on. And I don't want to start with my melancholic thoughts and make you mad. So let's start with the astrology grammar. So we start with the letters. So the letters are the sun, the moon, Mercury, Venus, Mars, Jupiter, and Saturn. Okay, so I think you are all really aware of the 7 alchemics. In the classic astrology, we usually use only those letters. Then we have some sub-letters like part of fortune and moon nodes, which I don't use them very much personally. I don't know why. Maybe I should, but I'm not really doing that. I don't know why. Okay, anyway. Maybe for you I will try to pay more attention to this. But well, why I did not include Neptune, Uranus, and Pluto? Because actually, for the ancients, especially in the Middle Ages, they had other names and they were not really considered like planets, but some kind of liquids or lights. Anyway, let's see how they were called. So we have this force. Then we have this force. And this. And actually, in some tradition, there is even another one above it that is called basically as the same as the last one, causa prima, or God or something, or gods. But, okay, after Saturn we have the firmament. That should be Uranus. And then immediately after Neptune, and then Pluto, and then we don't know, basically, okay? But in the ancient times, they were even aware of, I think in Babylon they were aware of Neptune, Uranus, and Pluto, but in my readings, I noticed that they never use them. Why we should use them? They rather took a look at the fixed stars. That would make more sense, but I don't know. They give sometimes like a detailed note, but it's so risky to fall in confusion for that I would not take them in consideration for this reason, because for sure in the chart we have something that could say that detail without those 3. And well, the fixed stars, it will, I don't know if I should call them like letters or vocals or syllabs. I have to think about that, maybe syllabs. But they are also the structure of the heavens, and each star has a nature that can be connected to one of the planets, so yeah, I will call them syllabs. But the letters are the planets. Well, those 7 can tell you basically everything. And this is how I start, then we have to start to see each one of this letter and to go inside of this letter, in every detail that we can. So every, there will be like really long dedicated videos to this, I guess, sooner or later. But first we structure everything, because then there will be also the modalities, which actually we already saw the modalities with the temperance, the humors, but something more. Then we have the signs. The signs that we're calling like the verbs, practically the verbs. So, well, I know that you knew basically all these 7 planets, 7 celestial forces already, but I want to structure my system, okay? Sorry, the camera went off. So, I want to structure my system in a way that, because I could tell you just study any classical astrologer and go on your way. And basically that's what I tell you to do it. But if you want to somebody to explain to you even, and you want that I explained it to you, then it has to be structured in my own system. But I have to tell you that I actually didn't add anything to this classical system. Many astrologers, lucky them, they they add something new, that it looks new, their systems, of interpretations, but I didn't do that. Of course, I'm melancholic. How could I do that? How could I ever change something? But maybe my sanguine part could add something. No, actually, no. It just gives me the strength to explain to you the things, but no. And it didn't happen yet. I don't say that it cannot happen and it's impossible, but for the moment, it didn't happen. I still have my sheet here. I hope you enjoyed the video somehow, and you will keep following me even if I have a sheet here. And maybe I don't know what I have to do with my hair, but I hope just they will grow. I don't know. Okay, see you next time, guys. Thank you for watching. Melancholic Astrologer. Subscribe and follow.